Hello again and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my passport wallet. It will be able to hold your passport and four cards of some sort, like your national insurance card or your bank cards or whatever. I'm not sure if they do E111 anymore, but it could be holding that as well. It is made using a hoop that's larger than a 5x7. I've tried to get in a 5x7, but it simply won't go unless I switch everything around. But no, this part here is bigger than a 5x7, so this is bigger than a 5x7, so I can't get it in a 5x7 hoop. I'm really sorry. But I've done it. Done the finish here in two different ways. One with a snap closure there, and one with a magnetic closure. This magnetic closure actually matches my LD Easy Wallet. LD, if you didn't know, it stands for Lacey Designs. Yes, so this design I'm going to show you how to make today with a magnetic closure. It's got a separate flap which goes over the wallet like so and holds everything together, and you open it up and it has two bank card pockets that has got a stitch line through the middle. The bank cards can't go into each other then. You can put that part of your passport in this part here if you want. If not, it's just a separate pocket. And also that is on the back as well, so I've done the same pocket on the back, and the back of the passport goes in the back of this, so everything is held in nice and securely. I wanted to put a flap over the top because if you're carrying your cards, you need to be able to have them in something secure. This is a very important document after all, it's your passport. But yeah, so yeah, my husband prefers this finish to this one, simply because he said the magnetic closures look more classy, which I agree. So today I'm going to show you how to make this wallet using fabric. You can use vinyl if you want. I haven't tried it myself, but if you did, I would tend to go with maybe a leather cloth rather than a vinyl, too many layers of vinyl, because it's going to be quite thick for your needle to go through, so it wouldn't be recommended to use normal vinyl. So I've put my teeth back in. I've pre-cut my fabric. You need 3 pieces of this fabric, well, any fabric, the same measurement, probably about a 6x8, airplane going over, about 6x8. You need 3 pieces like that, and then you need 1 piece for your lining. So 3 pieces of this, 1 piece for your lining, and then 2 smaller pieces of the front and the lining for the fold over tab. So I'm going to be doing my pockets in this fabric and the lining in that fabric, so that you can see. And I am going to put all the pieces in separate hoops, and I'm also going to put both the pockets in one hoop, so you have the option of doing them together if you're confident, or you can do them separately. If you're doing separately, the wallet, the passport wallet will be 4 hoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 1 hoop for the tab, 1 hoop for the front pocket, 1 hoop for the back pocket, and then 1 hoop to put it all together. So to make it easier, I'm doing the 2 hoops, the 2 pockets in 1 hoop in at the moment, and I think I'm using my 6x10 hoop to do that, and because I haven't got a smaller one, a smaller 6x, I don't know, you could use your 8x8, you could use a 6x10, You could use anything 6 by something which is larger, like a 6 by 8, 6 by 9, 6 by 10. But a 5 by 7 it just will not go in it. So unfortunately the 5 by 7 hoops are out of the question for this design. But yeah, so let's crack on and get this stitched out, okay? So I'm going to take you over to my machine now. Before I do, I apologise for the way that I look and that I sound. I currently have tested positive for COVID-19. I'm absolutely fine. I've just got a stinking cough and feel like I've got a cold. But I'm still cracking on with work, but I can't go to my other job because I work with adults with learning difficulties, and because they're vulnerable I can't go in, which is fair enough, so I'll stay at home. So yeah, I'm cracking on with this design and I'm going to show you how to make this passport now. This is my 6 by 10 hoop. My 6 by 10 hoop, and I've already done one pocket. So when you do when you put your fabric on here, it's just going to give you a placement for the bottom of the pocket. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut this line, and then you're going to fold the fabric over it and stick it down on the back. So, and then leave this stabilizer inside, just gives it a little bit more stability. But you're going to cut through these satin pocket things beforehand. I hope I'm making sense. But anyway, so what I'll show you now. Because the pocket's at the bottom of this hoop, I'm going to put my fabric at the bottom and lay the excess over the top of it, because that excess is going to be then folded underneath at the next stage. So right now it's going to stitch the pocket down, and then it's going to do the satin stitches. Okay, you don't need to use any stick and spray or anything like that. It'll be fine. You don't need to do that, but you are going to need some tape. Just hold it down, just make sure it don't move. So all it's doing now is the satin stitch pocket, which is this part here. And when we fold the fabric underneath the stabilizer, the fabric is on the inside as well. So then when you open it up, the fabric's on the inside as well. Okay, you need to use a craft knife, and you need to cut through these here. There's enough, sorry, where is it, where's the camera? There. There's enough room to get your knife through, so just mind you don't cut these satin stitches when you're cutting through. You need to do both of the slots. Nice and slowly, don't rush this. Just take your time. Right the way up to the end. Right, so that's done, and then you also need to cut above this line, which is your placement line in the first place. You need to cut above this line and do it about 2 mil above the line, nice and steady. Because basically what's going to happen is that stitch line that you can see is going to be the stitch line that will be on the top of this pocket here. Make it nice and nice looking. And then make sure that you cut your hole just a little bit larger than the thickness of this fabric so that you can poke it through. And then you want to fold it over and make sure that it's straight. Right now I can see that that's not straight. Like that. And for this video I'm going to put a bit of tape over the top. Tape can come off really easy over stitches. It's not hard to get off, especially when it's like masking tape or painter's tape or something. And I'm also going to put a bit of tape on the bottom just to hold it down. Make sure that it's insecure in the right place. Right, so now I'm happy with that. I'm going to put that back on the machine. Okay, let's get this stitched. What it's going to do is it's going to do a line across and then a line down the middle. Okay, let's get this stitched. What it's going to do is it's going to do a line across and then a line down the middle.
That's it, and that's how you make the pockets. All you need to do is remove all of this tape. And I found it's really good to keep the stabiliser inside the pockets. You're not going to see it. It's not going to get in the way or anything. Pull this up. And then you need to cut them off the stabiliser. Should be able to use this little bit of stabiliser at the bottom to make my tab, the fold over tab, so I'm going to use that for the next bit. Yeah, I should be able to use it for my 4x4 hoop. Let's get rid of that bit of fabric. One, and then there's the other one.
These bits no longer needed. So now I'm going to get a 4x4 hoop, which is there, and I'm going to make the tab. Let's return, and that one. Okay. I forgot to mention that I have got a matching bobbin to my top thread already. So make sure that's nice and down. That's fine. This machine is just an Innovis V5, nothing special, but it's exactly what I need. Right, first off, you use your piece of fabric. Now, because the wallet, the passport thing, is going to have the fabric going that way, the way that I've cut it. Let me have a look. Where's that bit? Yeah, it's that way. My fabric is going that way on the on that, so I can have it that way, or I could have it the same way, or I could have it that way. I think I'm going to have it this way. So my lining that I'm going to use on the inside of the passport holder is going to be, shall I or shan't I? Yeah, I think I will. No, I won't. I'm going to match it. But I'm going to have the fabric going the same way just for this video. I'm going to make it go that way. Placement has to be stitched on the lining. So you put the lining down first. Then your fabric that you want to go on the front of the wallet, which is this bit here, has to be on the back. So you remove your hoop. For this one I'm going to use a little bit of spray and stick and spray, sorry, just a little bit, and then I'm going to put my fabric. So if I want it, I've got it that way, then I want my to go that way, like that. I think that's it. My dog's trying to get in. I think that's it, like that. And then stitch it all down. Then you need to use your applique scissors and remove the excess from around the outside of the fold over tab, from the front and from the back, from the underside of the hoop. Top done. Notice I'm using normal stabiliser to do this, even though I'm using a satin stitch, and I'm doing that simply because I do not have I don't have any soak away water soluble stabiliser, and I find that this works fine. Yes, it leaves a little bit of fluff, but run a lighter across the edge and it goes. So now it's just going to do a satin stitch all the way around the outside. all finished. So now, take it out of there. I'm going to use a magnetic closure on this. So I will put my magnetic closure in here now, and you can watch how I do it. Right, so with a magnetic closure set, you get the male part, which is this one here, a thin one, and a washer, and a female part, which is the thicker one, and also a washer. Okay, so what we're going to do is mark out, I need to get behind the stabiliser first. That's it. Right, so I need to put a little slit there and a little slit there, and put the male part. Oh, it's all fiddly. Get my finger in there. That's it. Right, so take the washer back off. Give myself a little imprint so I can see where it needs to go. Then I need to put my, where's my knife gone? There it is. Right, I'm going to do this up here so that you can see it, but I normally do it on my mat. All I need to do is put a little line through this bit here and this bit here. Tell you what, because I'm doing it up in the air, I'm going to put a little slit. I just need to cut through the grey fabric and not the front fabric. All I need is a little slit. Hopefully that's enough. Looks like I've got it. And then these two little arms go through the slits that I just made. Like that. Like that. And then you put your washer on the back. Like that. If you're going to put a cam snap in, that's absolutely fine. Because it's in the flap, in the fold over flap, I'm going to fold these arms back inside themselves, on top of themselves like that, to hold it on properly. And then that is all done. Let's put the shape back like that. Okay. Now I've got a bit of fluff on here, so I can get my lighter. And I'm going to run a lighter over that and get rid of the fluff. Come on. And then, as you can see, the fluff's gone and my flap is ready to go on my passport. Let's get rid of that. So I'll save that for later. Don't need it yet. Right, 6x10 hoop. Let's put that back on there. Finished. And I need passport one. First of all, your lining fabric now needs to be added, and it will stitch down the placement, it will stitch down the outline of the design once more. Got a bit of a crease here. Get that out. So now I'm going to do the placement for the tab. Now would be a good time to cut away the lining from outside, just to make it easier when you're cutting through all of the layers, that you actually manage to cut this layer off completely. So I'm going to remove the lining fabric from the outside right now. And then all it's going to do is put a line across the top to hold the fold over tab down, and I'm going to put this lining up. You can see where the bottom of the stitches end, and you want that. You want the satin stitches. So the satin stitches need to be in line with these stitches here, and stitch it down. And it will also give you placement stitches for one of your pockets. This will be the left pocket when you open up the passport, so this will be this one here, the first pocket. So is it front pocket? Front pocket. These are my pockets. And to try and keep it nice and tidy, I'm going to take off the excess from this tab down here now. Right, so you take one of your pockets, pocket up so your slots are up, and put it in line with your placement. So your stitch line along here should go over the stitch placement line, and if you want to, you can put a bit of tape on it. I'm going to use a bit of tape that I've already used once, just to hold it in place, and all it's going to do is just do the outline one more time. And it's going to do a placement for the back pocket. Same again, this pocket, I'll just trim this little knot off. So you put your stitch line over your placement line, and then tape it in place. Here's that tape again. Nice trusted tape. Just take that in place like that. Make sure. Yep, looks good. So we just need to remove all the excess from around here. Mind you don't cut through your tab. Last bit. Right, now, can take this off. We need to add the back, which is the front of your passport. We need to add the fabric over the back of it. So I'm going to use a bit of spray and tack. You can use tape if you want. Don't need these anymore. And then I'm going to put this back on the machine. Okay, let's stitch this all together. Remove the hoop again, turn it over and remove the excess fabric from the back of the hoop. And then it's going to do the satin stitch, which is the final part of this design. Satin stitch. And then you have the completed passport wallet. So I'm going to get it out of the stabiliser. Save whatever I can, stabiliser wise, and then cut off all of the ties and threads, knots, ends, just to make it look a bit tidier. That looks all good. I'm just going to run a lighter over the edge. Don't hold it on too long. Because you don't want it to melt your stitches. But you just want it to get rid of the stabiliser fluff. Okay, put one little edge stitch there, and there you have all of this done. So all we need to do now is put the other half of the magnetic closure on the front. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, just to show you. That goes really well with the passport actually. And just put a couple of cards in there. There's 2 cards. Right, so make sure it's nice and straight, which it is, and then push down on your magnet. If you're doing a cam snap, you just need to have a look just to see where it's pushing down. And I'm going to get a pen and I'm going to put a little cross on my fabric like that. Now this lady part goes on top of the fabric, so that when the male part comes over they meet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the bank cards back out, and I'm going to carefully, very carefully, snip through. So let's get rid of that washer. Sorry, excuse my snuffles. I need one there, I need one there. Now you can either use a craft knife or use a pair of scissors, but you just need to snip through the lining paper, the lining fabric and the front fabric. Just make sure it goes through. That one's not quite gone through yet. That one has. Okay, so now we poke these ends through and out the other end, and then put the washer on, and I'm going to fold it inwards. You can fold it out if you want, you can have it that way if you want. Tell you what, just for the video's sake, I'm going to put them outside. It doesn't really matter, whatever your preference is. And then put your cards back. For anyone wondering, this is just my Tesco's club card points card, so this doesn't matter, it's not a bank card. This just goes, anyone doesn't have a Tesco's, it just saves your points every time you go shopping, food shopping. And there you go, that's the finished passport. Takes just under an hour to stitch it out. So there's one and there's another one.